Hello and welcome. I'm glad you're here. Today's practice, we're going to be doing a strong vinyasa flow with a lot of hip openers. So when you're ready, let's get started. We're going to start laying down. So as you lie back on your mat, find yourself in a comfortable position and take a moment to drop into stillness. Bending both knees into your chest. We're going to wrap the arms around the shins. Take a few deep cycles of breath. Placing your hands right on top of the kneecaps, start to make small circles with both knees moving in the same direction. As you massage the lower back, begin to integrate the breath into your body. Taking the knees in the opposite direction. And then bringing the knees back to center. Keeping your hands on top of the knees, start to press the knees away from your face, drawing the knees straight back into your chest. We're trying to lengthen through the lower back here. As you push the knees away, keep pressing the tailbone down, pulling the knees straight back in. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, push, and exhale, pull. Inhale, push, and exhale, pull. Extending your arms out wide like wings. Place both feet flat on the floor, crossing your right ankle bone over left thigh. Take both legs over to your left side. And then up and over to the right. And back to the left. Once more to the right. Then finally landing on the left, catch hold of your right ankle with your left hand. Returning your legs to center, let's thread the right arm through the center of the legs, clasping your hands across the left shin or hamstring. Even though this is a hip stretch, I want you to focus more on stretching out the spine, pressing your tailbone down and your shoulders back. Unclasping your hands, place your left foot flat on the floor, hugging the right knee into your chest. Loosely clasping the hands behind the right leg, start to extend the right leg to a degree where you feel a gentle stretch, flexing and pointing the right foot 3 times. Bending the knee. Holding the knee really close to the body, extend the leg slightly further this time, flexing and pointing the foot. And then rebending the knee. Once more, extending the leg even further and flex and point. Bending the knee, unclasping the hands, let's extend the right leg all the way down to the floor. Pausing here for a moment. And then bending the right knee. Cross the left ankle bone over the right thigh. Take your arms out wide. Let both knees fall over to your right side. Taking the legs up and over to the left. And back to the right. Once more to the left. Finally landing on your right side. Catch hold of the left ankle with your right hand. Returning your legs to center. Take your left arm through the legs, clasping the hands across the right shin or hamstring. Just like the other side, pressing the tailbone down and the shoulders back. Placing your right foot flat on the mat, hug the left knee into your chest. Loosely clasping the hands behind the left leg, start to extend the leg, just enough that you feel a gentle stretch, flexing and pointing the foot 3 times. Bending the left knee, hold the knee close to your body as you extend the leg, flex and point. And once more, bending the knee, extending the leg even further, flex and pointing the foot. Bending the knee into your chest, releasing the clasp, extending the leg all the way down to the floor. Hugging both knees into your chest. Let's rock up and forward, rolling over the legs, climb onto your hands and your knees. We'll start to flow through cat and cow. Now is the perfect time to start to drop into rhythm with the natural flow of your breath. And we'll head into downward dog from here. Starting to pedal through the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Inhale, rising to the balls of both feet. Keep your hips held really high as you press the heels back down to the floor. Let's do that twice more. Breathing in to rise, and then exhale, heels to mat. One more time, rising to the balls of your feet, and then heels to mat. Let's take a walk forward to the top of the mat. Once you arrive at your hands, toe heel your feet at least hip width apart. We're going to come to ragdoll arms, catching hold of opposite elbow. Let your knees soften and bend here so that your chest is resting on the shelf of your thighs, letting go of the head. You should start to feel a release in your upper back, your thoracic spine. Letting your hands fall to the floor, toe heeling your feet together, bringing big toes to touch, but leave a small gap between your heels. Let's take hands to shins, inhale, looking forward. And then exhale, fold. Softening your knees, take your time, rolling all the way up to standing. Inhale, full sweep with your arms. And then exhale, fold. Inhaling to your flat back. exhale, release. Soft knees, rolling back up to standing. Stacking your spine like building blocks. Scooping up your arms. And then exhale to fold. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Once more, soft knees. Massaging the spine as you roll up to standing. Full sweep with the arms. Diving forward over your legs. Inhaling to your flat back. Setting the hands, step back into your high plank position. Take a moment here, pressing forward through the upper body and at the same time pressing back through the legs. Lowering knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Passing through cobra or upward dog, take one full breath. And then exhale all the way back, downward facing dog. Looking to the top of your mat. Let's take a walk forward. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. With straight legs, root to rise. Drawing the hands to the heart center. Taking your arms down. Inhale, full sweep with the arms. Exhaling forward over the legs. Breathing in halfway. Stepping back into your high plank. Make sure that in chaturanga, as you lower, you're moving from high plank to low plank. Taking one full breath in upward dog and then exhale all the way back. Downward facing dog. So we're gonna flow a little bit faster, 2 more times through our Surya A. Walking to the top of your mat, inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold, and then root to rise. Hands to the heart center. Inhale, full sweep with your arms. Falling forward over the legs. Breathing in halfway, high to low plank. Downward facing dog. Walking to the top of your mat. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Sweep to standing. Sliding the hands down the midline. Once more, scooping up your arms. Falling forward over the legs. Breathing into that flat back. High to low plank, chaturanga. And then back to downward facing dog. So we're gonna take a nice wide step. You can step to the edges of your mat or right off the mat onto the floor. I'm gonna turn to face you so that you can see me better. Walking your hands all the way back to your feet. You're gonna catch hold of that right ankle with the left hand. Extending your right arm forward on the floor, tenting your fingertips. From there, you can wrap the right arm around the back of the body, reaching for the crease of your left hip. Try to keep the weight out of the heels, out of the backs of the legs. And then start to walk yourself over to that left leg, catching hold of left ankle with right hand. Extending your left arm forward, tenting the fingertips on the floor, or wrapping the left arm around the back of your body, reaching for the crease of your right hip. Coming back to center, you're gonna walk yourself forward into downward facing dog from here. stepping back into your own hand and footprints. Looking to the top of your mat, start to walk yourself to the hands. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold, root to rise. Hands to the heart center. Bending your knees, let's take a seat. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sitting down into the chair of your legs, clasping the hands behind the back of the body. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keeping the hands clasped, start to fold all the way forward over the legs. Wringing out your shoulders. And then releasing your hands to the mat, inhaling to your flat back. Stepping into high plank. Lowering knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Pausing for breath. Downward facing dog. Sweeping your right leg high to the sky. Start to open up the hip and then bend the knee. Try to keep your shoulders somewhat square as the hips swing open. Extending your right leg long, step forward into warrior one. For this first warrior one, let's just let the arms hang down by the sides of the body. Letting yourself relax into your legs, giving in to gravity. And then leaving the shoulders behind, we'll float the arms up high. Taking one more breath. Hands to the heart, landing on your mat, chaturanga or downward dog, if you want to skip the vinyasa. Sweeping your left leg to the ceiling. Start to open up that hip, bending the knee. Keep pressing the floor away from your body. Extending your left leg long. Step forward into warrior one. Finding your footing first and then rise to standing. Leave the arms behind for a moment. Let yourself get settled. And then start to float the arms up by the ears. While you're relaxing into the legs, make sure that you're not sinking into the spine. Try to lift yourself out of your lower back. Taking one more breath, hands to the heart, and we'll land on the mat, chaturanga or downward dog as you like. Coming back to your breath. Let's take a walk to the top of the mat. Inhaling to your flat back. And then exhale, fold. Root to rise. Hands to the heart center. Bending your knees, take a seat. Utkatasana. Clasping the hands behind you. When you're ready, pouring forward over the legs. Releasing your hands to the mat. Inhale, looking forward, high to low plank. Pausing for breath. Downward facing dog. Take that right leg to the ceiling. Step forward into warrior one. Breathing in to rise. And then take it back to the mat. Chaturanga. Flexing your legs on the way down. Sweeping your left leg to the ceiling. Stepping forward into warrior one. Breathing into rise. Hands to the heart. Landing on your mat. Reconvening with your breath in downward dog. So we're gonna flow through our Surya B, our Warrior One flow, one more time. Walking to the top of your mat, inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Sweep to standing. Drawing the hands to the heart and landing. Bending your knees, sit back into Utkatasana. Clasp the hands behind the back. Leading with the heart, folding forward over your legs. And then releasing your hands to the floor. Inhale, looking forward, Chaturanga. Keep looking forward as you lower. Floating your right leg high, gliding forward into Warrior One, and then back to the mat. Let's take that left leg to the ceiling. Big step forward, arriving in Warrior One with your breath. And then head back to the mat, Chaturanga. Let's drop down onto the hands and the knees. We're gonna take the knees mat width apart, coming into child's pose, taking hips to heels. If you like, grab a block, slide it beneath your chest. Pressing back up onto your hands and your knees. So I'm going to turn to face you for this next series. We're going to extend the right leg straight out to the side, straight out from your hip. Make sure that it's not in front of the hip or behind the hip. Taking a nice wide stance with your hands so you have a really solid foundation here. We're going to take 8 leg lifts. Flexing your right foot. We're gonna lift that right leg just about to hip height. It can also be lower than that, and then slowly lower back to the floor. Engaging your core to lift the leg. Up for 7, for 6, for 5. Good, how's your breath? For 4, last 3. For 2, keep pressing the floor away. For 1, nice. Keeping that right foot flexed, we're gonna externally rotate the leg and then take it back to parallel. So you're rotating from the hip, from the head of the femur. Rotate out and close. Let's do 2 more. Open and close. Last one. And close. From here, we're making our way into a modified frog pose. You're going to start to slide that right foot out to the side, just as far as it can go. Maybe you're dropping down onto your forearms. Keep sliding, sliding. Good. And then stay here. Make sure that you're not slowly sinking or sagging into the stretch. You want to use your muscles, hug the muscles to the bones to support yourself here. Let's take a few more breaths. Hello. Let's press ourselves back up onto the palms of the hands. Use your arms, squeezing the inner thighs to bring the legs back together. So you're returning to your hands and your knees. Other side. Let's extend that left leg out. Again, just take a peek. Make sure that the leg is straight out from the hip. Take a nice wide base with your hands. Engaging your core to lift the leg and then slowly lower it back down to the floor. Don't let it come crashing down. 7 more. Up. For 6. Good, pressing the floor away. For 5. For 4. For 3. Just 2 more. Up. Good, last one. Finish really strong. Nice job. Okay, from here, we're gonna rotate the leg out. So you're not just turning the foot, you're rotating the femur bone and then back to center. Rotate, feel the thigh wrapping around and close. Let's do 2 more. Open and close. Open and close. All right, let's head back into our frog pose. I'm gonna move myself a little bit more to the other side of my mat. You might need to give yourself some more space. Also, if you have a really grippy mat, it might be a little challenging for your foot to slide. You might have to toe heel the foot out a little bit. So once you find your full stretch, you're gonna stay there for a few breaths. Again, you're not collapsing into the stretch. You want to keep yourself supported. Make sure that you haven't lost your connection to your core. Gently drawing the belly button in towards the spine. We're going to press back up onto the palms of the hands, slide or toe heel that left foot in, returning to hands and knees. And then step yourself back into downward facing dog. Taking a walk forward to the top of your mat. Inhaling to your flat back. And then exhale, fold. Bending your knees, take a seat. Utkatasana. If your legs are together, squeeze the knees. Draw the hands to the heart. Start to sink as low as you can go into the legs. Keep squeezing your knees. We're gonna hook left elbow over right thigh. Working the hands towards the center of your heart. Take a peek at your knees. Make sure that your left knee isn't pulling ahead of the right. Take 2 more breaths here. And then exhale, fold forward. Toe heeling your feet just about hip width apart. They can always be a little bit wider than that. Let's hook on to the big toes with the first 2 fingers. Padangusthasana. Inhaling to your flat back. Fire up the legs and then exhale, relax forward. If you have really tight hamstrings or a tight lower back, feel free to soften the knees. If, however, you're craving a deeper stretch, instead of pulling yourself down, try shifting your weight forward. Releasing the fingers from the toes, we're going to toe heel the feet out, mat width apart, coming into our yogi squat, malasana, hands to the heart center. Using your core to kind of squeeze yourself like a tube of toothpaste out of your waist. Let's extend both arms straight forward. From here, sitting back into our boat pose, navasana. Instead of pulling the knees back to the heart, pull your heart forward to meet the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Listen carefully. Fingertips behind the knees. We're going to rock back once. Rolling up and over the legs, chaturanga, or downward dog. You can always skip the push-up. Let's take the right leg high to the sky. Step forward into warrior 1. Breathing into rise. Opening wide into warrior 2. Just like that first warrior 1, just let go of the arms for a moment, settling into your legs, and then reset the arms. Take a deep breath, big stretch up and back, reverse warrior. Coming into your side angle pose, whether that's forearm to thigh or right hand to the floor or a block. creating a straight edge with the left side of your body for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turning your eyes to the mat. Take your left hand down, framing your front foot. We're gonna come to a low lunge, dropping down onto that left knee, shifting your hips back as you extend the right leg, inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold forward from the crease of the hip. So you're keeping your lower back as flat as possible as you fold. You might stay right here. If you're craving a deeper stretch, you can start to make your way towards a full split or Hanumanasana, just by inching that right heel forward. If you have a full split in your practice, go ahead and just slide out into it now. Just like all of our other stretches, make sure that you're not really settling or sinking into your flexibility. Keep your muscles engaged, lifting yourself out of your bones. So if you're in that full split, you're gonna start to gather it back, returning to your low lunge. Let's take the left hand to the outside edge of your mat, toe heel your right foot to the other side of the mat, shifting your weight forward for a twisting monkey pose. Bending your left knee, reach around, catch hold of that left foot with your right hand. Make sure that you're not pulling too hard on your left foot. You don't want to overstretch the knee. If you have tight quadriceps like I do, you might not need to pull on the leg at all. Let's release the hand from the foot. We're going to start to walk the hands towards the center of the mat, coming to Prasarita Padottanasana. So turning your feet to parallel, inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold forward. We've been here before. Make sure that you're not sitting in the heels or the backs of your legs. Inhaling to your flat back, place your hands flat on the floor. You can also grab a block if you want some more height. We're going to turn the toes out, rotating the legs open from the hips, from the head of the femur bone, and then bend your knees. So we're in a modified goddess pose now. We're going to start to shift the weight slightly towards that right leg as you slide forward or slide out through the left heel. This is a little bit hard to do on such a grippy mat. If you want to come onto the floor for less grip, you're gonna start to slide that right heel out to the side. Use your arms to support yourself, and then let yourself sit back into your straddle, Upavistha Konasana. Using just as much energy in the legs as it takes to flex your feet. So you're not locking out the knees, you're gently pressing the backs of the legs into the floor. Let's walk it forward. Start to walk your hands back up the mat. Scoop your hands beneath your knees. Use your arms to help your legs together, crossing the ankles. Shifting your weight forward, we're gonna come to a hopasana. Hop your feet out to the sides. Walk your hands around to the top of your mat. Step yourself back into a high plank position. From here, chaturanga or downward dog. And then we're gonna take it from the top. Take a walk forward to your hands. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees, take a seat. Utkatasana, chair pose. Drawing the hands to the heart, get low in your legs, hooking right elbow over left thigh. Working the hands towards the center of your heart. Make sure that right hip isn't wandering forward. And then fold. Let's toe heel the feet just about hip width apart. This time we'll come to Padahastasana, sliding the palms of the hands beneath the soles of your feet, taking your toes to wrists. Inhaling to your flat back. And then exhale, fold deep. Remember that in any forward bend, whether standing or seated, you can always soften the knees. And slide the hands out from beneath the feet. We're going to toe heel the feet out, mat width apart, returning to our yogi squat, malasana. Hands to the heart. Reaching both arms straight forward. Aggressively reaching forward as you sit yourself back into boat pose, Navasana. Sitting with a high heart for 5, 4, 3, 2. Fingertips behind the knees for 1. Rock back once, rolling up and over the legs. Chaturanga or downward dog. Let's take that left leg to the ceiling. Sweeping the leg and then step forward. Warrior 1. Breathing into rise, fanning your body open into warrior 2. Let's just let go of the arms for a second, softening the shoulders. And then floating your arms out to the sides. Take that big stretch, reverse warrior to side angle pose. Floating your right arm over the ear for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing your right hand to the mat. I'm going to drop down into a low lunge. Start to shift your hips back, straightening your left leg. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Make sure you're bending from the crease of the hip. If you'd like to explore a deeper stretch, you can start to slide that left heel forward. Maybe you have a full split in your practice. Hanumanasana is the monkey god pose. Keep lifting yourself out of your waist here. We're going to return to our low lunge. Start to toe heel your left foot out to the outer edge of your mat. Take your right hand to the other side of the mat. Keep your weight shifting forward as you bend the right knee. Catch hold of right foot with left hand. You never want to rest right on top of the kneecap. You want to rest right in front of it. That's why you're leaning so far forward. Releasing hand from foot. You're going to walk yourself to the center of your mat, turning the feet to parallel. I'm going to turn around to face you. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhale, fold. We're in Prasarita Padottanasana right now. Try to center the weight between heel and toe. Inhaling to your flat back. We're going to turn the legs out from the hip, which turns out the feet. Bending your knees into a modified goddess pose. Hands are flat on the floor. Pressing your knees open. Start to gradually shift your weight towards that left leg as you extend the right leg. Now slide the leg out from the heel. Keep yourself fully supported with the arms, sort of lifting up to take some of the weight out of the legs so that your heels can slide more freely. Sitting back into your Upavistha Konasana, your side straddle. Again, you're keeping just as much energy in the legs as it takes to flex the feet. Let's start to walk the hands forward. Walking your hands back up the mat, scoop your hands beneath the knees. Use your arms to help the legs back together. We're gonna cross the ankles, lifting yourself up, and then hop, walking your hands around to the top of the mat. Step back into a high plank. From here, decision time, chaturanga or downward dog. Let's take the right leg high to the sky. Stepping forward into warrior two this time. Once you arrive, press your right leg to straight and then go straight up for reverse triangle. Stretching forward just as far as you can. When you can't reach any farther, descending into Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. See if you can align your torso with your bottom leg. Watering the pose with your breath. Turning your eyes to the mat, we're going to release the left hand to the floor, bending your right knee, tuck the left leg beneath yourself as you come to sit down for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you have a couple options with the arms. You can wrap your left arm around the right knee. You can also hook the left elbow on the outside of the knee, using your arm to gently press the leg away. Use your breath, breathing in to create space in the spine, and then as you exhale, relaxing into that space. We'll take one more breath. Slowly unwinding. Walk your hands over to the left side of your body. We're gonna wilt forward. Feel the crown of your head being almost magnetically drawn to the floor. Walking yourself back to center. Coming right into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So we're gonna stack the knees. Right knee is sitting directly on top of the left. Start with your feet nice and close. If you're already feeling a deep stretch in the outsides of the hips, stay where you are. Otherwise, begin to inch the feet forward until you feel a satisfying stretch. So I don't want you to be sweating with effort. A stretch that feels sustainable. If your hips or again, your lower back are really, really tight, you can always grab a block or a bolster or even a blanket and slide it right beneath your sit bones. Raising your seat will give you more mobility. If you are pretty comfortable here, you can start to walk your hands forward. Lifting your head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to loosen the cross of the legs, rolling over the legs. Again, feel free to pass through a vinyasa, or you can press right into downward facing dog. Let's take the left leg to the ceiling, stepping forward into warrior two. Find your footing first, then rise to standing. Pressing your left leg to straight, go straight up. Reverse triangle, stretching forward into Trikonasana. Sometimes I think it's helpful to imagine there's a wall directly behind your body. You're leaning back against that wall. Your hips, shoulders, the back of your head, they're all against the wall. Releasing your right hand to the mat, we're going to start to bend that left knee. Tuck the right leg beneath yourself as you come to sit down onto the floor. You have those same two options with the arms. You can wrap right arm around the left knee or hook the elbow on the outside of the leg. Taking one more breath. Exhale, unwinding. walking your hands to the right side, wilting forward. And then come back to center, stacking your knees, left over right. See how this side feels? Sometimes both sides of the body can feel like a different body altogether. Maybe you're inching the feet forward. You can stay seated upright or start to walk the hands forward and fold. Inhale, lifting your chest. Same as before, loosening the cross of the legs, rolling over the legs. Step back into your plank position. From here, you can pass through chaturanga or press to downward dog. You're going to drop down onto the hands and the knees, crossing your shins, rolling over your legs and onto your back. Hugging the knees into your chest. So we're going to move through a few back bends. You have a couple of options. If you want to sit out the back bends today, that's totally fine. Grab your block. You can slide the block beneath your hips. Coming into a restorative bridge pose. You can take the block at any height, of course. Otherwise, let's set up for a classic bridge, Setu Bandhasana. Make sure your feet are just about hip width apart. Use your legs to lift the hips. You're going to clasp the hands beneath the back, so you're using your arms as a secondary support system. Pressing the top of the back of your head firmly into the floor. And then begin to unclasp the hands, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. In between our back bends, we're going to come to happy baby. Catch hold of the outside edges of the feet, gently rocking from side to side. Pressing the tailbone down. Placing your feet flat on the mat. Moving into our second back bend, we're going to take 3 total. You can either return to bridge pose or press up into wheel pose. It's up to you. If you're coming to wheel, you're going to place the hands beside the ears, elbows pointing straight up to the ceiling. Make sure that you're still using the legs just like with bridge, lifting the hips. So you're already halfway there. Keep using the legs, and then the arms are going to help you press all the way up into wheel. Squeezing the glutes. And then come on down, nice and slow. Returning to happy baby, gently rocking from side to side. We're going to take one more back bend, placing the feet on the floor. Feel free to return to bridge pose or wheel. I'm going to come back to bridge. Clasping the hands beneath your back. In bridge, make sure there's some tension between your inner thighs. So you don't want to let your knees fall apart. Sometimes it's helpful to take a block between the inner thighs and squeeze the block. Let's come on down. This time, drawing the soles of the feet to touch, knees apart. Upavistha Konasana. Resting your hands on your belly, closing the eyes. Letting your mind trail along in the wake of each breath that you take. Let's extend the arms out to the sides of the body. Keeping your knees bent, place the feet flat on the mat. Let's cross right knee over the left knee, like you were sitting in a chair, crossing your knees. Scooting your hips to the right, let your knees fall left. Resting your left hand on top of your right thigh. And then begin to switch sides. Switching the cross of your legs, left over right. Scoot the hips to the left side as your knees fall right. Resting right hand on top of left. Uncrossing your legs. Let's return to our figure 4 pose. Crossing right ankle bone over left thigh. Take your right arm through the center of the legs, clasping your hands across the left shin or hamstring. Pressing your tailbone down, shoulders back. You're welcome to stay right here or explore this other variation. Wrapping left arm around right foot, right arm around right knee. Start to extend your left leg and then let the leg relax towards the floor. It may still hover a little bit, and that's okay. From here, we're going to catch hold of the right foot with both hands and then inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Instead of drawing the foot towards your forehead, draw your forehead towards the foot. So you're using your abdominal muscles to lift the chest. If you're working for leg behind the head pose, you're gonna lift the foot towards the crown of your head and keep lifting the head through the leg. And release. Bending both knees, placing your feet on the floor. We'll switch sides. Crossing left ankle bone over right thigh. Take your left arm through the center of the legs, clasping your hands across your right shin or hamstring. Again, you can stay right here. There's no need to move on unless you want to. Wrapping right arm around your left foot, left arm around the left knee. It's like you're cradling your leg like an infant. Extend your right leg long and let the leg just sort of float down towards the floor, allowing it to fall where it may. You're gonna catch hold of that left foot with both hands and then lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Try to get your shoulder blades off the mat, pulling your forehead towards the foot rather than the foot towards your forehead. Maybe lifting the foot towards the crown of your head, keep engaging the core to pull your head through the leg. And release. Let's have both knees into the chest. We're gonna rock up and forward to a seated position, coming to our seated Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees apart. Take the fingertips behind your hips for a moment and just press the hips forward towards the heels. So you're almost sitting in front of your sit bones. And as if there was a string attached to your heart, we're gonna extend forward from the chest. Bending from the crease of your hips, maintaining a nice long lower back. But you can let go of the head. Inhale, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to play with another version of Upavistha Konasana. Take your peace fingers on the right hand, hook them around the big toe on your right foot, and then staying seated really tall, start to extend your right leg open out to the side. Make sure that you're not leaning back away from the leg. You want to stay seated upright, engaging the core to lift yourself out of your waist. Let's rebend the knee. Other side, take the peace fingers on your left hand, hook the big toe. Start to extend through that left leg. Stay seated really tall. growing 2 inches taller if you can. And then drawing the soles of the feet to touch. We're gonna do both legs now, hooking onto the big toes. Let yourself rock back so you're balancing on your sit bones. Start to unfold the legs. And release. Good. Let's take the hands to the outsides of the knees. Press your knees together. Wrap your arms around your shins and let your forehead fall down onto the knees. Lifting the forehead, let's come to Dandasana, seated staff pose. Extending both legs straight forward, flexing your feet, roll your thighs back. Take your hands slightly behind the hips, fingertips pointing forward. We're gonna take a reverse plank before our forward bend, pointing the toes, ground down through the heels of your feet, the heels of your palms as you lift the hips. Either gaze towards your navel or straight up to the ceiling, but try not to let the head drop back over the shoulders. Squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then come on down. Flexing your feet. Take your arms up high. Extending forward from the heart, drape your torso across the length of the legs as you fold. Inhale, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders, reaching both arms straight forward. Start to roll back one vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the last thing to touch the floor. When it does, floating your arms overhead, take a full body stretch. Sweeping the arms down by the sides of your body, landing in Shavasana, our final resting posture. Getting comfortable here. Falling into stillness. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently awakening your fingers and your toes. Nodding your head from one side to the other. Bending both knees into your chest. We're going to curl onto one side. And then when you're ready, pressing up to a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes. Let's draw the hands to the heart center. Lifting your hands up to your forehead. And we'll bow forward together. Namaste. Really nice job today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.